Hello everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and to a renovation video that I am excited to film, excited to start, and hopefully one of the quickest renovations that we've done in the house. So we're turning our attention, as I've said, to the upstairs of our house. So you're currently on the landing when I'm filming this, and I'm going to be talking you through the bathroom renovation plans. If you're new to this channel, we live in a mid-terrace Victorian house and there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom, which is right here. It is the smallest room in the house by far, and it's the room that's kind of given us the most confusion and headache about what we're actually going to do with this space, because it is a very small bathroom. We don't have a separate toilet, we don't have a downstairs WC, we haven't gone up in the loft, so we haven't added a bathroom up there. It is the only bathroom in the house. Now, when I spoke recently about what we were going to do to the renovations, we were contemplating knocking through, which I'll show you in a second, into my bedroom and adding a standalone separate shower. So we wouldn't be increasing the square footage as such, but we would be adding in a separate shower and a bathtub. However, since I mentioned that online, so many of you were saying don't do it. We've spoken to family and friends, we've spoken to builders and had quotes, and I just don't think it's worth it. The cost would be far greater than just doing a gut rip out refurb, and also I don't know if we get that value back, essentially just adding in a shower when we're going to do a bath shower anyway. So I'll leave some overlays on screen of what the bathroom was like when we first moved in, and also kind of where we're at now is basically the exact as it was when we've moved in. We've not done anything in 2 years. It's just not really been a priority for us, but now we're turning our attention to upstairs. Zara's bedroom's done, my bedroom's done. All that's left to do is the bathroom and the spare room and the hallway, and then we're pretty much done in this house, which is just mad. Anyway, come on in and I'll give you a tour. It'll be over in 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the bathroom. Let me put the light on. There we are. Come on in. Sorry if it's quite echoey. This is pretty much what we're working with. So as you can see, it's not a very big bathroom at all, and it's very typical of this type of property here in London, especially in mid-terrace as well. There are, houses that have much bigger bathrooms than this one. A lot of people actually convert one of the bedrooms into a bathroom, but again, we didn't want to do that because we wanted it to stay as a 3-bedroom house. So this is kind of what we've got. It's a basic suite. It's very, very fine. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with it. It was a rental before we moved in, and it's pretty much just your bog standard sink, built-in bath, and a toilet. So it's perfectly fine and livable. The walls are white. The tiles are just a lovely standard tile, really, same as on the wall. And that's pretty much it. All we did when we moved in was change out the shower fixture because it was pretty bad, to be fair. So we've added like a waterfall shower. That was just from Screwfix. It was very, very affordable, just to tide us over for the 2 years. And then now we're at a point where we're fully renovating it so we can add our own fixtures and fittings. So everything is staying the same. No pipe work is changing. No waste pipes are changing. The only thing structurally that is going to change in here is this window. Now this is a fairly small window, and because this window is west facing, it just generally doesn't get a lot of light in here at all. It's bright at like 2, 3 in the afternoon, and then it just gets really dark. And we've got an overhead, really bright light above us, and that's it. So this window is doubling in size. So we're going to bring it down to sink height, adding in shutters for privacy, obviously, but it's going to be a really lovely bright window just to fully make the space feel bigger. We did consider putting a skylight in, but we spoke to structural builders and engineers, and they basically said it's not a good idea because you would then have to rework the beams in the roof. It's not going to be something we want to do. So we're just going to leave that where it is. Also, if people in the future do buy this house and they want to put like essentially an outrigger above, it would mean that the skylight would have to be boxed up anyway. So it's work that just wouldn't need to be done. So effectively we have sink, lovely little mirror unit here, and the loo, and that's pretty much all going to stay the same. Now I'm going to take you downstairs once I've done this little tour and talk you through the plans, but the idea for this bathroom is that we want to keep it traditional but still have like a fun kind of us twist on the bathroom. So we're going to do some striped tiles. Now when I spoke about tiles in a recent video, a lot of you were saying that you don't think it's a good idea to do full green because it'll make it feel quite closed in. We didn't want to lose our personality in this bathroom. Obviously, it's not our forever home, but we still want to keep it nice and bright and fresh and open. Obviously, keeping the window, but making it bigger, keeping the walls nice and clear and just lovely and bright. We're going to add some tongue and groove paneling, but again, that'll be a really light colour. The only colour that's going to be in this entire room is going to be the tiles, and that's it. So really excited about that. Other than that, essentially all the sanitary ware is keeping chrome. Obviously we're changing this out. It's all been delivered. The bathroom has been delivered when I'm filming this yesterday. We had a pallet arrive of the bath, a shower, a towel, radiator. Yeah, radiator's changing. There's going to be a lovely chrome towel rail here. Maybe a nice bit of artwork here could be quite nice. We need to find some kind of artwork, which would be lovely. But yeah, everything else is changing. We're going to have wall lights here. But the tongue and groove is going to be a really lovely, like, neutral colour. But the sink is going full traditional. Toilet is going to be built in. That's the only thing that we're going to change in terms of toilet, staying where it is. But instead of the system being visible, it's all going to be blocked in. And you're just going to have a simple button to operate the flush. So again, keeping it really nice and clean. The wall unit, I'm still undecided about. That is the only thing I'm not entirely sure. And me and Zara are we don't really know what to do, because this is fine. We added this just to some bathroom storage. It's from IKEA. But I don't think it's going to go with a new scheme. It's a little bit more modern, and we were going to look to get a second one of these and see if they could open outwards, which I think could be quite nice with the glass, the reader glass, but they only open from the right. So I don't think that would look quite good. I don't want to get bespoke cabinetry made because I feel that can be very expensive. So I feel like maybe we might be able to get like a second-hand unit, or I don't know, we'll have a look online and see what we can find. Or we just keep this. It's one of those things, we're not going to know unless it's in, and the black might match with the black toilet seat that we're going to get. We also have a vintage toilet roll holder that we got in... Where did we get that, Zara? Whitstable? No. Folkestone? No. Hastings? No, Rye. Rye. Was it Rye? It was a seaside town. No, it was Rye. It was Rye. We got it in a really cool shop in a seaside town. I think it was Rye. So yeah, that's going to go there. So other than that, everything else is going to pretty much stay the same. The bath is staying the same, and we're just going to refresh it. So keeping it pretty much all under a budget. I've set a budget for this. I'm going to speak about that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So nothing too exciting, but I think the impact is going to be amazing. So I'm going to take you downstairs and we're going to talk through the plans, what we've ordered. Hopefully we'll have a nice bathroom at the end of it. Okay, so we're downstairs in the kitchen, and it feels like yesterday since I did a video like this where I talked about our plans for the kitchen, and now they're done. It's crazy, honestly. So I have already shared some tile samples in a vlog that you guys might have seen, but if you didn't catch that, I'm going to run through them. I'm also going to run through an itemized list of everything that I've ordered, and also supplier lists as well. So if you are thinking about renovating a bathroom, you might want to look at these suppliers. And also I'm going to talk about costs of labour and how much it's basically going to cost to do the bathroom. So first things first, if you don't have a sketch pad and you're renovating a house, I would thoroughly recommend buying one. I know a lot of people do things digitally, and I know that is a really good way that you can be across multiple boards at once. You don't need to have pens and papers and rulers and pencils and things, but I'm a very physical person, so I think having a sketch pad's a really good idea. And when I say it, I've sketched everything in here, from the bookcases when we first started designing this house to kitchen plans, which you can kind of see. They're very rough sketches, but just so you can get a visual idea of what you want spaces to look like. And then we're going to come on to the bathroom. Now, I'll leave some scans on screen so you guys can see what I'm referencing. But what I first did was create a floor plan using square graph paper of what the bathroom would look like, just so the builders know dimensions, where things are staying, and effectively what they're working with. And then also added in things like electric points that need to be added, plug sockets that need to be moved, that kind of thing. I also added some references to products that I'd gotten out of a magazine. But effectively what we're going to be doing is something similar to that drawn there, which is a very rough sketch. And similarly, you can probably get an idea on the back if the camera is picking it up. That's going to be 2 elevations of the room. So the supplier that we use for our bathroom is Victorian Plum. And this might be a premature mention of them because the delivery has been brilliant. Ordering from them has been really good. I think the price point is fantastic. So these tiles are from Victoria Plum. We haven't actually had them arrive yet. They're arriving tomorrow. They came in a separate pallet. But these are the Willerton Rustic Gloss wall tiles. So we've got them in a forest green colour and in an off-white colour on the side as well. So they are going to be striped all along the shower area. Now I created like a little AI image of what this would look like, so I'm going to pop that on screen so you can get an idea. But it's bold. It is very bold. I know it's not going to be for everyone. I know it's a very bold move for a bathroom, but it's going to be one of those things I think will really just like set the room off and add some interest. It's not going to get bigger, and adding white tiles probably wouldn't bounce the light, but I want it to have our personality and I want it to have our touch. So we ordered those off of Victoria Plum. The tiles we're going to go for are these, which are from Porcelain Superstore. Really impressed with the order process of these guys. They're a British company based in Manchester, and these are the actual real life tile size. So they're 45 centimeters by no, that's wrong. They are 16.5 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. So that's what they're going to look like, and they're going to be laid in diagonal on the floor. I ordered 2 meters squared of tiles, and they came to a total of £140.94. That's including VAT and delivery for the flooring, which I think is pretty good going. For the wall tiles in total, they were £114.64 for the green, and the exact same cost for the white. So total is £229.28, I think, if my maths is correct. So again, tiles are expensive, but I think it's a really great way to make the place feel more premium. Now we wanted for the sanitary ware, so everything you're going to touch, so your shower, your taps, your toilet system. We looked at Burlington. Burlington is so expensive. I mean, it's a premium bathroom brand, but there are alternatives out there that offer a similar kind of style and have really great quality but aren't as expensive. So we went for a brand called Chatsworth, which is sold on Victorian Plumbing. So everything that is sanitary ware and chrome is from Chatsworth. So our toilet flush, shower, sink and hand basin is all from Chatsworth. And then for the sink, toilet and bath, we went for a brand called Carlton, which is also sold on Victoria Plum. It's a traditional brand, again, very similar to Burlington, and the price point is brilliant. We got our sink for £99.95. Bearing in mind as well that we did look on places like Marketplace and also Reduction Bathroom Suites. So those are like second-hand bathroom suites, but there's nothing that really fit what we wanted. You can also purchase suite sets. So if you have more space to play with and you can buy a set, you can get a reduced discounted price. Because our measurements are quite specific, we weren't able to cash in on the reduced price. The toilet was £119.95. Again, that isn't including any of the pipework or assistant. That was literally just for the porcelain toilet. And the bath is actually from Chatsworth as well. The bath was £199.95. So under £200 for a bath. But we got a 10% discount on the entire order. Victoria Plumbing were doing a summer discount. So our total for the entire order, which is including a radiator, the traditional radiator we've gone for is from Chatsworth as well. So again, all of the chrome is Chatsworth. Actually, do you know what? I'll list the entire order. So we went for 2 lots of tiles, the shower, bathtub and bath taps with handles, sink taps, the sink, the toilet, the bath, the traditional dual flush cistern, towel rail and radiator taps came to a total of £1,393.76. That's with VAT and delivery, which is superb. They also offer finance plans in Victorian Plumbing as well. This isn't an ad. I fully paid for this myself and I'm really impressed with that, to be honest. Like, again, that's not everything. We're going to need mirrors, we're going to need lighting, we're going to need some finishing touches like a shower screen, that kind of thing, but that's for the base of the bathroom. We've come in at under £1,500 for fairly premium fixtures and fittings. That's not budget. So I'm really impressed with that, and I think the quality is really good. I read the reviews, so I'm really impressed, and I think it's going to look really nice, guys. I have a really good feeling about the bathroom. It's one of those things, it's quite scary when you do something a little bit different. Like when we did the tiles in the kitchen, we were a bit nervous that we'd hate them. I feel like the bathroom, we're going to tone it down with the tongue and groove and the wall colour. I think we have the potential to have a really beautiful space in there. So I'm very excited. I will of course link everything down below in the description box, but I really hope you've enjoyed this little pre-bathroom renovation video. I love filming these, and if you're renovating a house at the moment or you're renovating a bathroom or a kitchen, I'm going to link some of the videos that I've done previously so you can see kind of like how we got to the point where we're at now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Lots of love to you all. And yeah, I'll catch you on the other side when the bathroom renovation starts, which when I'm filming this is less than 2 weeks away. Eek. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Lots of love. Take care and bye for now.